Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Vanachari विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवाजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे कृष्णा. So today, as like every day, we will read from Srimad Bhagavatam and discuss something on Srimad Bhagavatam, especially the topic which is Devarshi Narada Muni. Yes. So please recite this shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, entitled as a creation. Chapter number 3, the source of all the incarnations. Shloka number 8, spoken by Sutta Goswami. तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षित्वम् उपेत्यशा देवर्षित्वम् उपेत्यशा तंत्रं सात्वतम् आचष्टा तंत्रं सात्वतम् आचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यथा नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यथा तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षित्वम् उपेत्यशा तंत्रं सात्वतम् आचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यथा तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षित्वम् उपेत्यशा तंत्रं सात्वतमाचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यथा. Please recite. तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षित्वम् उपेत्यशा तंत्रं सात्वतमाचष्टा नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यथा तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षित्वम् उपेत्य स तन्त्रं सात्वतमाचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यतः तृतीयं सर्गं वै देवर्षित्वम् उपेत्य स तन्त्रं सात्वतमाचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यतः तृतीयं सर्गं वै देवर्षित्वम् उपेत्य स तन्त्रं सात्वताम् आचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यतः. Word to word meaning. Tritiyam, the third one. Rishi Sargam, the millennium of the Rishis. Why? Certainly. Devarshitvam, incarnation of the Rishi amongst the demigods. Upetya, having accepted. Sa, he. Tantram, exposition of the Vedas. Sattvatam, which is especially meant for devotional service. Achasta, collected. Naishkarmyam, non-fruitive. Karmanam, of the work. Yatha, from which. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. In the millennium of the Rishis, the personality of Godhead accepted the third empowered incarnation in the form of Devarshi Narada, who is a great sage amongst the demigods. He collected exposition of the Vedas which deal with devotional service and which inspire non-fruitive action. Please repeat the translation responsively behind me. In the millennium of the Rishis, the personality of Godhead accepted the third empowered incarnation in the form of Devarshi Narada, who is a great sage among the demigods. He collected expositions of the Vedas which deal with devotional service and which inspire non-fruitive action. Purport. The great Rishi Narada, who is an empowered incarnation of the personality of Godhead, propagates devotional service all over the world. All great devotees of the Lord all over the universe and in different planets and species of life are his disciples. Srila Veda Vasudev, the compiler of the Srimad Bhagavatam, is also one of his disciples. Narada is the author of the Narada Pancharatra, which is the exposition of the Vedas, particularly for the devotional service of the Lord. This Narada Pancharatra trains the karmis or the fruitive workers to achieve liberation from the bondage of fruitive work. The conditioned souls are mostly attracted by fruitive work because they want to enjoy the life by sweat of their own brows. The whole universe is full of fruitive workers in all species of life. The fruitive works include all kinds of the economic development plans. But the law of the nature provides that every action has its resultant reaction, and the performer of the work is bound up by such reactions, good or bad. The reactions of good work is comparative material prosperity, whereas the reaction of bad work is comparative material distress. But material conditions, either in so-called happiness or so-called distress, are all meant ultimately for distress only. Foolish materialists have no information of how to obtain eternal happiness in unconditional state. Sri Narada informs these foolish fruity workers how to realize the reality of happiness. He gives direction to the deceased men of the world how one's present engagement can lead one to path of spiritual emancipation. The physician directs the patient to take treated milk in the form of curd, for he is suffering from indigestion due to his taking another milk preparation. So the cause of the disease and the remedy of the disease may be the same, but it must be treated by an expert physician like Narada. The Bhagavad Gita also gives the same solution of serving the Lord by the fruits of one's labor that will lead one to the path of Naishkarmya or liberation. Hare Krishna. Let's have a prayers and then we'll go discussing something about this glorious Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishe Namah Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshware Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vamcha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyev Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamine iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vachati Shakarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you for giving this opportunity to glorify the Srimad Bhagavatam and the person Bhagavata, who is His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada and Srila Narada Muni. Hare Krishna. So before speaking something on this most crushed jewel of all the Vedas, let me seek the blessings of all the Vaishnavas assembled here, especially senior Vaishnavas like Krishnadas Prabhu, Chaitanya Prabhu. And I seek blessings from the proprietor of the whole world, Sri Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra and Sudarshan, so Sri Gaur Nitai and Srila Prabhupada. Without their blessings, we can't understand Srimad Bhagavatam and we cannot speak also Srimad Bhagavatam. This Srimad Bhagavatam is a literary incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. When Sri Krishna departed from this material world, sages of Naimisharanya, they got shocked and they asked a question, where the religious principles have taken place? sages of Naimisharanya, they are very eager to know about this Kali Yuga. And Sutta Goswami says, Krishna Sudama Pagate Dharma Jnana Apisata. Srimad Bhagavatam is a literary incarnation of Krishna that shows it. Sutta Goswami confirms it. All the religious principles has taken shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. In a previous seminar, Srimad Bhagavatam, when I was speaking, that was the Srivas Thakur's disappearance day, right? That day I spoke on Narada Muni, his life story, and the 4 lessons we can learn from one story. By His grace, Burjana Prabhu, we learned that 4 lessons. How Narada Muni was a Upabhumi, Gandharva, and then later on became a son of maid servant. Then he became the spaceman, Narada Muni, who can access every planet at his will. We saw the life of Narada Muni, and we saw some examples how he delivered different devotees. Today we will go, it is the same Narada Muni. We will speak something about Srivas Thakur, who appeared in this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Leela, and we will see some of the lessons of Narada Muni in his teachings to different devotees. Especially we will focus on, Prabhupada is focusing in the purport about fruitive activities. Yes. The purpose of Narada Muni appearance is Tritiyam Rishi Sargam Vai, the 3rd empowered incarnation of the Lord is Narada Muni. Devarshitvam Upetyasha. Here the word used, there is no Narada in the shloka, but it is for Narada. Devarshi is Narada. All the demigods, they have a great respect. They worship Narada Muni. If you see this incident of Prahlad Maharaj, where Hiranyakashipu went to forest to performing tapasya, and the Indra and all the demigods comes to assemble palace of Hiranyakashipu, they kidnap Kayadu to kill Prahlada, who is there in the womb. They think that if we kill the son of Hiranyakashipu, there will be no more atrocities. Hiranyakashipu anyway, he will be killed by the Lord because he promised us. This Indra they were thinking like that. But at that time, Narada comes into the picture. He just says one word. The son who is going to be of Hiranyakashipu is going to become a great devotee of the Lord Vishnu. And all the demigods, they keep a full trust. Just by hearing one word, they leave the Kayadu, Mother Kayadu. They don't hurt anymore. Yes. But in the case we see how this moon god, right? After hearing many instructions also, he doesn't leave the wife. But all the demigods, they have a great respect for Narada Muni. Even the demons have a great respect for Narada Muni. Hiranyakashipu, Kamsa, they have a great respect. That's why Deva Rishi is a Rishi among the demigods. We heard this Raja Rishi. We heard Raja Rishi in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, I have given this parampara, Raja Rishi parampara. There is something called Deva Rishi. Among the demigods also there is a Rishis who are respected by everyone. And there is no restriction for Narada Muni. He can access anywhere. He can go anywhere. And he doesn't have any enemies. Even he goes to his enemies and gives some spiritual lessons. Especially if you see Daksha case. Daksha is very angry on Narada Muni. But still Narada Muni goes and approaches Narada. He gets a curse. Narada Muni gets the curse. He tolerates the curse. He smiles and he takes as a boon. Tattenukampa susamikshamanam. He accepts the trouble in some situations also as a favor. We see in the Narada Muni childhood life also, before life. When his mother left, he has taken the trouble situations in his life as a favor. So if you keep on telling like this, there are so unlimited glories of Narada Muni. Unlimited glories. That's why Sutta Goswami has taken this name called Deva Rishi. Deva Rishi. Sometimes we may not take the name. For example, wife doesn't take the name of husband. it is a custom. Wife doesn't take the name of husband, but she gives some hints that father of my son. She gives a hint, father of my son, or else son of my, what do you call in Hindi, English, mama, father of my husband. So mother, wife, she uses this. She doesn't use directly the name. Similarly, Sutta Goswami, with a great respect, with overwhelmed feeling, he is not taking the name of Narada. He is taking the glory of Narada, which is Devarishi. Devarishitvam upetyasha. Tantram. What is the purpose of Narada Muni appearance is given in last two lines. Tantram Satvatam Achasta. He collects all the most valuable religious principles from the Vedas and he presents it. What is the purpose of presenting this? Naishkarmyam karmanam yata. To establish the Naishkarmya, to give up the karma, which is fruitive activities. He insists, he demands, he suggests in many varieties of devotees. Sometimes he recommends, sometimes he demands, sometimes he suggests to different devotees. Give up the materialistic activity, give up the fruitive activities, take up the Naishkarmya, which is activity, karma in Krishna consciousness. Activities in Krishna consciousness. Especially we can see in Bhagavad Gita 5th chapter, action in Krishna consciousness. So this is all about shloka. This is the purpose why Narada Muni appears. We will discuss something about fruitive activities, and then we will discuss how Narada Muni taught to different devotees on this aspect of giving up the fruitive activities and taking up the Krishna consciousness activities. And then we will discuss something about Srivas Thakur also. As he is the Srivas Thakur is a same personality as Narada Muni. Just like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, many people say Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is incarnation of Krishna. But no, he is the same Krishna. Similarly, Srivas Thakur is the same Narada Muni. Yes. So I will try to finish by 9:10, 9:15. So first lesson he gives to Vedavyas. Yes, it is not a first lesson but a very strong lesson which is focusing on this aspect of giving up the fruitive activities and taking up Krishna consciousness activities. He says this shloka from 5th chapter, 1st canto. Please repeat after me. Jugipsitam dharma krute anushasatah स्वभाव रक्तस्य महान् व्यतिक्रमः यद्वाक्यतो धर्म इति राथ इति तरास्थितो न मन्यते तस्य निवारणं जना. Vedavyas, Vasudeva is thinking that I have given the Vedic literatures which are very innumerable in number and very vast in knowledge. He is little bit satisfied that I have done a great task. But still, on the bank of Saraswati, he sat. On the bank of Saraswati, he sat, and he is feeling distressed, dissatisfied. At that time, Narada Muni appears and he gives this lesson. This is a very strong point out of whole discussion. Initially he says, Prabhu, you have done a great task, you have compiled all the Vedic literature. Of course he uses these words, he speaks so many things. But one strong lesson which he says to Vedavyas, Jugupsitam dharma krutonu shashataha. It is Jugupsitam. You have misdirected the people. Narada, you have misdirected the people. It is completely, you confused people. Jugupsitam, it is, Jugupsita. When we hear this word itself, we feel something kind of Vitreka bhav in the heart. Yes. Jugupsitam. Dharma krite anushasata. Anushasata, the instructions of the Vedic literature. Generally, the what instructions we have given in the Vedic literature actually are misdirecting the people. Swabhava raktasya mahan vyatikrama. Generally, people have a tendency to vyatikarana, just break the rules. If you see, even in the story of Christianity, the first Genesis story comes of Adam and Eve. They are told not to eat the fruit, particular fruit, but still they go to eat that fruit. That is the story. I don't know how much fact it is. But generally people have a tendency to break the principles. Even though Vedavyas has given a lot of principles, varieties of instructions in the Vedic literature, but generally people have Swabhava raktasya mahan vyatikrama. They have a Swabhava. Their Swabhava is to break the rules. They don't want to focus on the rules. They just want to take the benefits. Yes. That actually Narada Muni is predicting the Kali Yuga people, how the meat eating. People have a rules and regulations how they should eat a meat. They should offer to Mother Kali weekly once, something like that, and they should have a rules and regulations. But generally people became, just let me eat meat. Let me forget about the rules and regulations. So Narada Muni is predicting that. So Bhava Raktasya, they have, the natural feeling that they have, let me break the rules. Yes? We experience that. Even we have that mostly. That's why we are in this material world. Narada Muni is telling to Vedavyas, Yadvakya dharma iti tarastito. Whatever you have given the instructions, okay, you have given good instructions, you have added few religious principles also in your literature, just like Mahabharata is there. In the Mahabharata we have essence of Mahabharata and essence of all the Vedic literature, which is Bhagavad Gita. Yes. You have given, Narada, Vedavyas, you have given. But people, namanyate tasya nivaranam jana. The people, they don't take nivarans. They don't take the rules and regulations. Namanyate, they don't accept rules and regulations. That's why it is jugupsitam. It's very bewildering and confusing. You misdirected the people. And of course, this is how Narada Muni condemns the fruitive activity of the Vedavyas, which is mentioned in the Vedic literature, and establishes the fact that right now you write Srimad Bhagavatam, which is purely glorifying Sri Krishna and his pastimes. This is the one incident he keeps this. Another incident, anybody remember this personality from Srimad Bhagavatam? Yes, Prachinabarhi, where Narada Muni gives the whole story of Puranjana to Prachinabarhi. After hearing all the lessons, Prachinabarhi is asking a question. Oh my dear Lord Narada, please, what analogy you have given Puranjana story, I may not understand. Generally people like me cannot understand. Please elaborate it. Then Narada Muni elaborates in the Srimad Bhagavatam, one of the chapter completely dedicated for talks between Narada and Prachinabarhi. Narada gives a whole description of why I have narrated this story of Puranjana. Actually, Puranjana story is an illusionary one, which is made up story to give the instructions. So Narada Muni is explaining the whole details of the story. Narada Muni sometimes uses these tricks. Even he explained to Hareshavanas, where he explains complete analogy. This, chakra, complete forest, analogies, completely different world he takes, Disney world he takes to. But later on he explains also. Actually, for the sons of Daksha, he doesn't explain. The sons of Daksha, they understand it, meanings of that. But Prachinabarhi asked the question, please explain more detailedly. What is your analogy of Puranjana story? Then Narada Muni explains, so wonderfully he explains about the mind, intelligence, the 9 holes of body, Navadvare Purya Loke, this whole body. And he says, this living being is just like a dog. Narada says, this living being is just like a dog. He takes, sometimes he goes to house to beg the food. Sometimes he gets the food, sometimes he doesn't get. Actually, in those days, dogs used to be, they are like, nowadays dogs have a masters. The master gives the food. But in those days, now also if you see in the streets, there are street dogs which doesn't have masters. So Narada Muni is telling about them. They don't have any master. They go to house to beg. And they get sometimes some nice food, sometimes doesn't get food. The living being is like a dog. In the same Narada, he says this living being is just like a dog. He compares that at the house. Just like if you see some old people at house, they always sit. They don't have any work to do. And the sons and daughters of the old people, they think that these old people are the watchkeepers of the house. They think like that. They treat them like that. I have experienced in my life. Recently, a boy was speaking to me. They have old parents. They are there in separate house. Even though they have 3 sons, sons are not taking care. He's a grandson actually. He's a grandson. He's not taking care of them. Their fathers are not taking care of the parents. And the parents every day, miserable situation is that every day they have to suffer, they have to take their own troubles. Every day they keep some bowl before going for sleep. In between, if they get urine, they just pass there, and when they wake up 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they will remove themselves. And this grandson, he went and stayed for 1 week with them. Then mother called immediately. Why you are taking care of your parents? Why you are taking care of your grandparents? Your father is there, he should take care of your grandparents. Why you are taking care? Come back. So the grandson went to home, his parents' house. So he was narrating this. So Narada Muni uses this word. Living entities, they become just like dogs in their old age at the house. That's why Vidura comes to Dhritarashtra and quit home. Don't stay just like a dog at house, he says. So Narada Muni teachings are very strong, especially with Prahlada also he gives very strong teachings. That's why Prahlada carries this mood of Guru he speaks to his demonic friends. Very strong teachings he gives. That the way we hear, that is the way we present to others. Just like we hear Prabhupada's strong lectures, we see Prabhupada disciples are very strong. Like Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj, very strong. So Prachina Barhi is asking these questions. Narada Muni says, yes, living beings sometimes takes body with the 2 legs, sometimes they take a body with the 10 legs, sometimes they take body with no legs. Like this he explains. And one point of time he explains this about these fruitive activities again. Because this is the purpose Narada Muni appeared. He says, this shloka, he says, Yatahi pumso baram, yatahi purusho baram, sirasa gurumudvahan, tam skandena sa adatte, tata sarva pratikriya. He says, sometimes, you must have seen some old ladies or else men, even when I go home, I carry water for my house, from tap or from bore. So these people, what they do, I have experience of this. Narada Muni is telling, people, they carry water pot on the head. When they feel so distressed, so pain in the head, they will shift that water pot to the shoulder. First, Sirasa, Yatahi Purusho Bharam, they have a weight. Shirasa Gurum Uddohan, they carry in the head, but when it becomes Guru, when it becomes heavy, the problematic, they shift to shoulder. This is in the first 2 lines, Narada says, Tam skandena sa agate, he shifts to shoulder. Tata sarva parikriya. Similarly, just like that, every living being, he gets one problem. To try to solve this problem, he gets into another work, which is another problem. Yes, Parikshit Maharaj also, actually, Narada Muni is explaining this. In next shloka, he condenses it. Even Parikshit Maharaj condensed the same point. I hope you all remember. When Sukadeva Goswami is explaining, if anybody has committed offences, Sukadeva Goswami says, just to test Parikshit, he says, we should perform some, prayachitta. But Parikshit says, no, how it can work? No, prayachitta will not help. Prayachitta may help to just get some benefit, but not completely. Devotional service is the main, Parikshit says. Then Sukadeva Goswami is very happy and seeing his student very interesting in these subjects. Then similarly, Narada Muni is explaining this. Parikshit is hearing. He says, next shloka, This is a pratikriya. Everybody does some pratikriya for the kriya. There is a charya and praticharya he does, he acts. For example, if we have a cold, we on heater, we have a heater. When we have a too hot, we sit on the AC or fan. Yes. Yes. Some people like AC, some people have a fan, some people like fan, some people don't like fan. That is another thing. But we try to do some kind of praticharya. Yes. Narada Muni says, Naikantata pratikara Karmanam karma kevalam Dvayam hi avidyapastram Swapne swapnaivanaga. See how wonderful Narada Muni is telling here. He says, Naikantaka pratikriya. That only the pratikriya doesn't help. First of all, the trouble itself is a problem, and you are creating another trouble to solve that problem is a big headache. In this sloka, Prabhupada purports explains about the economic development. Prabhupada here also, in the purport also he writes economic development. People, they have a problem with traveling from one place to another place. They have invented automobiles. Yes. And after inventing automobiles, there is so many vehicles. Prabhupada explains about the lack of engine oil, the fuels. We don't have fuels right now. The problem of the world, fuels. And there is a big traffic jams everywhere, especially like Mumbai, Bangalore, India. Throughout India, every city, small city also have a traffic jams nowadays. They take hours and hours to reach their destinations. Prabhupada explains this in his lectures in the purport. What Narada Muni is telling, pratikriya doesn't help. Forget about pratikriya. Karmanam karma kevalam. The karma also doesn't help. Why? Why? Because dvayam hi avidyapastram. Dono, actually both, the action and overaction, trying to solve that action and overaction, both are the products of avidya, illusion. We try to solve one problem upon another problem based on our illusion in this world, material world is saying. So just like Sopne Sopna Ivanaga, just like in the dream, sometimes we are fearful of snake, sometimes we are fearful of tiger. In the dream, if you know, today, actually few days back I got one dream. That dream says, I remember because it came in the early morning times. That dream says, generally I was walking and chanting. So there is a fear of snakes here nearby. So there was a snake appeared in front of me. Then just like Narada Prabhu called the charmer person, I immediately called Satyanandan Prabhu. Prabhu, there is a snake here. Please come and catch the snake. Then Satyanandan Prabhu also came. The snake is moving here and there, and he called charmer again. So I had one problem. I asked Satyanandan Prabhu to come and help. There is a bigger problem again. So again we called, Satyanandan Prabhu called another person. So there is a whole dream. So one problem comes, and trying to solve that problem, we created another problem. This is not an end result. There is no solution, really solution here. So Narada Muni says, just like in the dream, you get one problem and try to solve another problem, because everything is a dream. Ultimately it is a dream, it is illusion. Similarly in the real life also, we get some problems, we try to solve that problem, both are an illusion. Sopne, Sopna, Ivanaga. Please read the translation, someone loudly.
No one can counteract the effects of fruitive activity simply by manufacturing a different activity devoid of Krishna consciousness. All such activity is due to our ignorance. When we have a troublesome dream, we cannot relieve it with a troublesome hallucination. One can counteract the dream only by awakening. Similarly, our material existence is due to our ignorance and illusion. Unless we are awakened to Krishna consciousness, we cannot be relieved of such dreams. For the ultimate solution to all problems, We must awaken to Krishna consciousness.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Yeah.
Why? Because this is a Prabhupada translation. Can you identify the Prabhupada flavor in this purport, in this translation? Prabhupada flavor in this translation, Bhaktivedanta translations. That is the translation for 4.29.34. Prabhupada, he adds a line, he says, similarly, from there he writes. So he is comparing to our situations. Similarly, our material, our. See, Narada Muni is telling to Prachina Barhi, he doesn't use the word our. Yes. Proper translations. He says, our material existence is due to our ignorance and illusion. This is the whole translation. I have not copied anything from purport. Unless we are awakened to Krishna consciousness, we should come out of the dream. We should come out of the dream, then there is something can be done of the problem. If you keep sleeping, trying to solve one problem with another problem, it doesn't help. So Narada Muni is very strong in teaching, giving this Naishkarmya, the non-fruitive activities. Let us understand what is fruitive activity. Prabhupada in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he gives this analogy called Ajagala Sthana Nyaya. Generally, people they get a milk from cow's bag, milk bag. But some people, foolish people, what they think is, they will see the two hanging skin in the neck of goat, and they try to milk from there. They think that let me try to get some milk from there. This is called one of the logic. Prabhupada is very, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada, they are all Bengalis, actually experts in logic, Nyaya. So he presents, there are around 16, 17 Nyayas, which I made, which one devotee helped me to make a PPT. He made this slide. The logic of getting milk from the fleece on the neck of the goat. Aja, Gala, Aja means, which is a goat, Aja Gala, neck, Sthana, Nyaya. Trying to get some milk from the neck of goat. What fruity people think, fruity activity people, they think, if I work like this, I will get the benefit. If I do this, I will be successful in my life. I will do this, in 1 year, and next 2 years, I will figure out this. Even I am making that, for Ayurveda, I am studying something for health problems, how to get triggered. That is all, of course. We are trying. Whole life is a trial and error in material life. So he says, it is Ajagala Sthana Nyaya. It is completely cannot work. It cannot work actually. They see the whole material creation. They see, oh, this is created by scientists. This came naturally. People think. This is another understanding of this Nyaya. They see this like a boy in the city. When you ask him where the milk comes from, he says, the milk comes from milk boy. Every day one person comes in my house, he gives the milk packets. The boy doesn't know in the city that this milk comes from cow. He doesn't know. Because he always thinks that this milk comes from something like this, Ajagala Sthana, things like that. So similarly, fruitive mentality people, they always think that if I work like this, I will be successful, I will be happy. But they try to solve one problem with another bigger problem, and they get into problems. Just like Prabhupada explains in the purport of one particular sloka, he says, just like farmers, they try to prepare for whole farming ready, and they wait for the rains. If in 1 year, if the rains comes, they'll feel will be very happy. They will be very happy. If the rains doesn't come, they'll be distressed. This is a fruitive activity. I will work. मैं कमाऊंगा कुछ, and I will experience it. If it is good, I will try. Otherwise, I will try something else. One time, I remembered one boy from some college preaching. He came to temple, ISKCON, Juhu temple. He stayed for 3 months. 2 boys came. We expected that they will take up Krishna consciousness and join. One boy got a government job and he left. Another boy felt he don't have parents also. He doesn't have parents, but he's very interested in doing Krishna consciousness at some level. And Arey, why don't you take up Krishna consciousness full time? You don't have parents, you don't have any responsibilities. But he has asti, he has a property which came from his parents. Now we told him, why don't you stay and serve devotees and enjoy life? What is the problem? To travel like us. He says, Prabhu, actually I want to work. I want to work and get the results, then I will enjoy. There are some people always that they cannot depend on others' results. They want to work themselves. They want to prove themselves. So there are some boys who want to prove themselves to the society, and he want to feel satisfied himself by working hard and get the results. This is a fruity mentality. But Narada Muni, the great Acharya, as Mahajana, Narada Muni is one of the Mahajana, they all reject this fruity mentality. Prahlad Maharaj rejects this. In his teachings to demonic friends, he says this point also. You may try to solve one problem with another problem, but it's not going to solve your problems. It is going to entangle you. Just like a ubi. You understand ubi? In a rainy season, there are something called ubis. If someone gets into it, he struggles and struggles. As much as he struggles, he goes that much deep into it. This is a mentality, fruity mentality. Ajagala Sthana Nyaya continues. Lord Vishnu activates the material nature by the power of his glands, and then iron-like material nature becomes a material supplying agent, just as iron made red hot becomes a burning agent. Material nature cannot independently become an agent for supplying the material ingredients. Therefore, the attempt of atheistic Sankhya philosophers to consider the material nature the source of these elements, forgetting Krishna, is useless, like trying to get a milk from the nipple, like bumps of the skin hanging on the neck of goat. So even the Sankhya philosophers, Jnani, Karmi, Dhyana, these all people, they think that the source of the creation is something else other than Krishna. They always get into troubles. So this is Ajagala Sthana Nyaya, which explains the fruity mentality of the person. Karmi tendency, Jnana tendency. But Nishkama Bhakti Nishkarma Bhakti is of Shuddha Bhakti, pure Bhakti. Yes? Savai Pumsa Paro Dharma, giving up all the concocted religions. Prabhupada, one of the Bhagavad Gita, he explains this analogy. How the cashier may count so much amount, but he has to, when he recognizes this money is not belongs to him, it belongs to someone else, any individual person, but that everything belongs to the Supreme Lord. If anybody understands that everything belongs to Krishna, then he stops his fruity mentality. He takes up Krishna consciousness. If I work, if it doesn't work, everything, the result given by Krishna. Yes, that is one analogy Krishna Prabhupada explains. If anybody works, who performs the duty without attachment, surrendering the results unto the Supreme Lord, is unaffected by the sinful reaction or action, as the lotus leaf is untouched by the water. So one should work in this spirit, just like a drop on the lotus leaf. So Narada Muni is so powerful that after his teachings, many great stalwarts and even unqualified people like Burgari, they also got delivered. One place, actually I was trying to search for this shloka in Bhagavatam, prayers of Dhruva Maharaj, but I could not get in Bhagavatam, but I got it in Chaitanya Charitamrita, where it says in the purport, it is from Hari Bhakti Vilas. This prayer is from. This is Dhruva Maharaj. After hearing the instructions from Narada, he performed and practiced Krishna consciousness. Within 6 months, he got the result. And after getting the Lord appearance, in front of him, he says this shloka in front of the Lord. This is a shloka, please repeat after me. Sthana bilashi tapasi stitoham Tvam praptavan deva munindra guhyam Kacham vichinvan api divya ratnam Swamin kritartho smivaram nayache. Initially, Dhruva has a different mentality, which is like a fruitive activity. He wants to get sthana bilasha. He wants to get the kingdom which is a more greater than his great grandfather, Brahma. Sthana bilashi, he has a desire, and he has done tapasi stitoham. I have done a lot of austerities. He has that mentality initially, fruitive mentality, the jnana mentality, fruitive mentality. He had that. Tvam praptavan, after getting you, Tvam praptavan, who is very, very difficult to Munindra, Deva Munindra Guhyam, very difficult to approach for them. Kachan, he gives analogy. This is very quite famous, but I was searching in Bhagavatam, but I got it in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Very wonderful prayer. Kachan vichinvan api divya ratnam. I have in front of me divya ratnam. I have in front of me divya ratnam like you. But I am searching for Kachan vichinvan, the broken pieces of the glass. Swamin kritarthomi asmi varam nayache. I don't want any desire. I don't want anything from you right now. Just you are there as a Divya Ratnam in front of me. What else I need? Dhruva says. Similarly, Narsingadeva asked Prahlad Maharaj, what desire you want? What boon you want? What Prahlad Maharaj says? Anybody? What Prahlad Maharaj says? One of them, he says, in the beginning he says, of course, he asked for his liberation of his father, but at the beginning he says, yes, translation is. Okay. Yes, he also says the same thing like Dhruva. Another prayer he says regarding Narada. Translation? Point, right to the point. Okay, yes. There is one more point he says. He says, Prahlad says, what else I want? I don't want to serve you, he says. Mainly my prime focus is to serve my Guru, Narada. Prahlad says, my prime focus is to serve my Guru, who is Narada. Just like we see the story of South Indian, Ananta Alvar. Yes. If you want to say anything, please inform my Acharya first. So Prahlad says, let me serve my spiritual master Narada first. Many things he says like this. So this is the effect of Narada Muni. After preaching to youths and boys. So wonderful. And in regards to Narada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorifies in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the explanation of Atma Rama Shloka, Atma Ramacha Munayo Nirgranta api urukrame kurvanti ahetuki bhaktim ittam bhuta gunohari. The translation of this shloka actually, even great Atma Ramas also gets attracted to the Sri Krishna because he is all attractive. Mahaprabhu, pulling the legs of Brahmanas who is chanting Gayatris in the Ganga, and he is doing notorious activities in Ganga. Sometimes when Brahmanas, they used to take up the water to pour back to Mother Ganga, little Nima used to come somewhere. He used to just spit the water through his mouth on the in the hands. So what? These are notorious activities he is doing. Sometimes he says that he went to school, but he goes to Ganga without informing me, and he goes to Jagannath Mishra is informing to Srivas Thakur. He goes with his friends to Mother Ganga and he does all kinds of nonsense. He goes to young girls and says, "You marry me, otherwise I will curse you." Oh, this little Nimai is doing all nonsense like this. On Ekadashi day, he wants to eat grains. How it is possible? Then, it is all notorious activities. You tell him, you suggest him, guide him how to do all this. Then Srivas Thakur used to come and, very lovingly used to correct Nimai, little Nimai. As Nimai became, actually Srivas Thakur is also associate of Advaitacharya. Advaitacharya and Srivas Thakur, they cried and cried and cried to call for this Lord, Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Just like Narada Muni was instrumental in fastening the process of the Lord's appearance. How? Yeah, he went to Kamsa with the lotus flower. You do this, count this. Yes, he was a Utpreraka. Yes, Utpreraka. He was an instigator in the activity of Lord's appearance. Similarly, Srivas Thakur also, he constantly prayed for the Lord to appear. He used to have a Narsinga Sila in his house. Srivas Thakur, he used to worship daily. One day when he is worshipping constantly, by that time Nimai appeared, he is constantly praying to Lord Narasimha Dev in his house, closed his eyes and praying very seriously. Why? Because in the childhood of Nimai, he was not very active. He is engaged in some pastimes of childhood. That time, actually, the Vedic principles, the religious principles are misdirected. Again, the fruitive activities, fruitive mentality is widespread everywhere. They used to take same Bhagavatam and concoct wherever there used to be a Bhagavad classes, Bhagavad Sapta. But in the Bhagavad Sapta, they never spoke the pure devotional service. Srivas Thakur is disturbed by all this. He is very disturbed. Quite disturbed, and he sometimes used to associate with Advaitacharya, and he used to cry. They used to cry both, and they prayed sincerely. There is one nice sloka, Mukunda Mala Stotra. It comes how these people are completely absorbed in fruitive activities. They are not looking at Naishkarmya. Ascharyavat etati manushya loke sudam parityajya visham pibanti namani narayana gocharani tyatvanya vacha kuhaka patanti. Mukunda Mala Stotra, Kulashekara Alvar says this. Acharya etat the manushya loketa. Most astonished thing in the world is the most astonishing thing in this material world is Sudam parityajya visham pibanti. They give up the nectar, they drink the visha, poison. Even though we have most crushed jewel of all Srimad Bhagavatam, the glorious nectarian pastimes in our hand and in our memory, and we have a devotees who can share, but still we want to get into gossip. That is the most astonishing thing, Kulashekara Alvar says. Sudam parityajya visham pibanti. He drinks poison. He says, Namani narayana gocharani tatvanya vacha kuvaka patanti. They give up all the glorious, subject matter of Krishna consciousness, and they get into kuvaka, anya varta. They discuss many things. Kulashekara Alvar is saying this. Seeing this, Srivas Thakur was very disturbed in the world, and he constantly started praying to Narasimhadev, please appear, do something. By that time, Nimai was appeared. Nimai in the Ganga, he takes from 2 hands to 8 hands. At that time, the Nimai comes to the door of Srivas Thakur. He bangs down the door. He opens the door. He comes inside the Srivas Thakur. He says, I am that Supreme Lord whom you are praying for. You worship me now. Srivas Thakur gets shocked. Yesterday only I heard in Advaitacharya's class in Srimad Bhagavatam that a man cannot become a god. But Srivas Thakur gets astonished. This guy somewhere is coming from, and he is telling, I am the Supreme Lord. And then Srivas Thakur says, no, this is not for time for joke. Please go out now. He says, and Little Nimai gets very, very strong. Just I am the Supreme Lord whom you are praying. I am the Lord, same Narsimhadev. And Srivas Thakur gets shocked, and that is the pastime. Whole thing goes in Chaitanya Bhagavat. How Srivas Thakur, he accepts Little Nimai, and he gets into potency of Yogamaya. He gets bewildered. So the same Nimai is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is playing with Srivas Thakur. Another time, Srivas Thakur, when he is having his daily routine pastimes with his family and the deities at home, the Nimai comes, and he is a grown-up Nimai who is very expert in logic. He comes and says, Srivas, how you can manage your life? How you are managing your family life? That we see everybody is working hard to manage their life. How you manage your life? And Srivas Thakur says, I don't work actually. I don't engage in fruitive activities. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, who is Nimai, he asked, yes, I am asking that only. Why? How you can manage your life without working anything? You don't go for job, you don't do anything. How you manage your family life? And Srivas says, actually, I clap 3 times. I clap 3 times. If I get food, I will accept this is as a prasad of the Lord. If I don't get, I will jump in Ganga. But I have not come across that kind of situation yet. I am getting food. Lord is arranging everything like this. Srivas Thakur says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai asks, you have a big family. How you manage your whole family members? Maintaining life, how it is so difficult. How you manage your life? Because, see, in the Chaitanya Leela, Jagannath Mishra is also very poor. He is not very rich. He is a poor. He is astonished how she was maintaining his life. And Srivas says, see, if I don't get any maintenance of my life, I am ready to jump in Ganga. But I am astonished that Lord is maintaining me. I just chant Hare Krishna, I just pray the Lord, that's it. This is what I do. If you see Tukaram Maharaj, this is what his duty, whole duty. Narada Muni, he never worked. The child, he just went for tapasya. If you see, we will get astonished in India actually. In India, if you see people, sadhus, in nearby temples, they don't work. They don't work. They get 3 times food, sufficient food. They have one bag, joli, from which they carry something, some cloth or something. In India, we can see clearly that without working hard, one can live happily. Especially in Tirumala Tirupati, when you go, there's so much population staying on the hill. They don't work. Sadhus, they stay there only. They have free place to stay, free food to eat. Everything is there. Not only in Tirupati, any temple if you see, the sadhus in India, we can see clearly, without working hard, they can live very happily. Yes, that is a visible fact in India. We can see it. So, that is Acharya, that is a big shock for Srivas Thakur. That's why he prayed very sincerely to the Lord. And Advaita Acharya and Srivas Thakur, they were the instrumental in bringing Lord Krishna appearing as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So like this, Srivas Thakur, one point of time, by that time, Nimai became so expert in logic. He calls Nimai and he says, you are very expert in logic, Nyaya. You are defeating anyone and everyone on the streets. But why don't you take up Krishna consciousness? Why don't you become a great devotee of the Lord? Who is telling this? Srivas Thakur is telling to Nimai. You are very expert in logic. I understood that, no problem. But why don't you become a devotee of Krishna? Srivas is saying to Nimai. Nimai says, by your blessings, one day I may become a devotee of Lord. He says. Srivas says, having a logic is not sufficient, but understanding the purpose of logic is most important. For example, we have a laptop. We know how to work with this laptop. But if we don't rise up to love of Krishna, there is no use of this laptop. We have so much technology, so much things in the life, but if it is not helping us to become more Krishna conscious, there is no use. This is what Srivas Thakur says to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So some people are, there is one shloka by Ramanujacharya, he says, Kechit jnana avalambika. There are some people, or jnana, they are interested in jnana. Kechit karma avalambika. There are some people who are interested in karma. Vayam tu hari dasanam. But me, Ramanuja says, but me, I am attached to Haridasa. But not Haridasa itself. But he says, Padatrana avalambika. I am attached to the lotus feet of the Haridasa. He says, Ramanujacharya says. There are some people who are attached to karma. There are some people who are attached to jnana. But it's me, up to me, Kechit Vayam tu Haridasanam Padatrana avalambika. I am attached to the lotus feet of the devotees. Of course, another meaning of Padatrana is a lotus, actually footprints, actually shoes or chappal. I am attached to that, Ramanujacharya says. So that's how Srivas Thakur is very instrumental in propagating these teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam principle, of Naishkarmya principle, as Narada Muni did in his life. So this is how we end with the Prabhupada quote. Prabhupada writes in one of the purport very wonderfully. I request someone who will read louder and we will end this prayer.
Any discrepancy in such sacrifices spoils the whole soul, and the result is uncertain, like agricultural enterprises. The good result of tilling the paddy field depends on providential rain, and therefore the rain is
Result. But the result is?
Therefore the result is uncertain. Similarly, performance of any kind of sacrifice in this age of Kali is also uncertain. Unscriptures greedy brahmanas of the age of Kali induce the innocent public to such uncertain sacrificial souls without disclosing the scriptural injunction that in the age of Kali there is no fruitful sacrificial performance, but the sacrifice of the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Purport 1.8.12.
So Prabhupada is explaining here in this purport, in this one of the purport of 8.1.8.12. This is where in this purport, this is a sloka of series of Naimisharanya. They also did a fruitive activities. Series of Naimisharanya, they also did a fruitive activities. They did so much sacrifices. Their faces became a black with the smoke, and they got approached to Sutta Goswami to requesting for Bhagavatam. This is about in 8th chapter this shloka comes, but this is an incident which happened before Bhagavatam. So Prabhupada is explaining this kind of sacrifices people may perform many, but the congregational chanting is a topmost thing in this age of Kali. So that's how we are ordered, suggested, demanded by our previous acharyas to perform this Naishkarmya principle in our life, focusing on the non-fruitive activities, especially which involves chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, either in congregation or individual. So I give a whole summary, whatever we have discussed, we will end. So we have seen how Narada Muni is the purpose of his incarnation is to remove the non-fruitive mentality in the people and establish the Naishkarmya principle in the world. And we have seen the two varieties of his dealings with his disciples. One variety is dealing with his Prachina Barhi and Vasudev, very strong, giving the direct principle to one person. And in the case of Dhruva and Yugari, you see, along with them, very comfortable with them, he has given this principle of non-fruitive mentality, Naishkarmya principle to them. That is the purpose that he appeared. And we spoke about Srivas Thakur, yes, how completely dependent on the Lord he is by 3 claps. And he wonderful nectarian pastimes with the Nimai from his childhood onwards. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki, Jandraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki.